So yeah. Hi and hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It's just me, TinieTashaa, or you can call me Tasha like everyone else does. Today we are gonna sort out my shit roots. Look at this. Look how atrocious this is. I can't get a haircut in quarantine. I'm refusing to let my colour upset me. I'm not having these ridiculously long roots that look awful. I'm doing it at home by myself, saving money and looking fit as fuck. So first thing, obviously I just want to chat you through before we head over into my bathroom because things get a little messy. I thought I'd chat you through everything I use to dye my hair, just so that, because I get asked this a lot, I thought it would be quite handy to just show you everything so that you guys can literally go into the description box where I will leave all the links and you can grab the stuff for yourselves. Can't go wrong really. So I've gone and got myself a bit professional. Some proper disposable single-use gloves. Once again, all of this that I'm showing you, you can get off of the Chris & Sons website where I buy all of my stuff. I get these 100 vinyl gloves. They're disposable, single-use, and you can get different sizes to actually fit your hands. You know when you buy like box dye and you end up with those gloves that are huge and you can't do anything? You won't be like that because you have these, so great. Then another thing I went and bought, because I'm such a mucky pup and I get my bleach everywhere, I have like 4 t-shirts that I've alternately used at some point while bleaching my hair, and I decided I don't want to actually ruin my clothes anymore, so I've gone and bought these disposable capes, which I'm telling you, they are so cheap and I genuinely think they're going to be a serious life changer for me. Tie them up at the back and you're done, and you cannot get yourself dirty, you physically can't. If you still manage, well, that's impressive. So obviously you have a bowl and a brush. Actual necessities, can't physically do anything without them. So then the lightening powder that I use is from Goldwell. It's the Oxyplatin Lightening Powder. This once again is on Chris & Sons, and I mix that with my cream peroxide at 30 volume. I always get asked about what toner I use. I use L'Oreal Professional Dialight Toner, and I use it in the shade 9.02 in Pearly Milkshake. This is literally amazing. I then mix it with my Universal Colour Releaser as well from Chris & Sons, just so that it goes a bit further, because if you don't use it, you end up going through a lot very quickly. So then just a couple of other bits that I use. I obviously take in with me into the bathroom a second mirror. So I have the massive one that I use, but then to get to the back of my head, I always take in a spare mirror because you don't want to have any missing spots. And then also just for drying my hair after I've washed it and any mistakes as I'm going along, I have my own bleaching towels. So I just have separate towels that I use when I'm only ever doing my hair, just so that my actual bath towels last and don't get destroyed with bleach stains or anything like that. That's what these guys are for. That is everything that I use. We can head on over into the bathroom now and we can get going, and I can sort of show you step by step how I do my roots. So yeah, see you in there. Hi and welcome. Welcome to my bathroom. It's really warm in here. It's gonna get warmer in here as I go because I get stressed out. I'm just gonna put my protective stuff on. Okay, so now I'm ready. I am going to take my lightening powder and my cream peroxide at 30 volume, probably 2 scoops peroxide, and I'm going to put roughly the same, probably just less than the same amount of lightening powder I put in my bowl. So I'm going to mix that together, and you're better off putting less cream peroxide in first of all, until you're absolutely happy with the consistency, because you can obviously add, you can't take out. So the sort of consistency I want it to be is a bit thick, so it splodges off of your brush like this. So I'm going to take my comb, my trusty comb that literally sees me through every single hair tutorial, And I'm just gonna keep, because I have this sectioned out already, I'm gonna start here. And I hate doing the shorter side, so I'm gonna do that first. And basically the way I'm gonna go about it is just constantly sectioning it out and then adding underneath and then sectioning it out on top of that and just work my way down, basically. I'm gonna put the bleach on my roots first, all of my roots all over, and then by the time I get to the end, I just need to then do the tips, which I'll then do. Leave it for 20 minutes, wash it off, and then we can go to the next step. But obviously I'll talk you through my application process as we go. I just don't want you to have to sit and watch me in slow-mo add this all to my head, because that'll be tedious and boring. So as I said, I'm just gonna lift, and because my hair's so short, it's really handy because it just sticks to the above layer. And then make sure it's brushed down even so you can see what you're doing, and then do the process again. Also be generous with your servings of bleach. Don't feel like you're applying too much. I honestly don't think there is such thing as applying too much, because it's all just going to help the colour essentially, and you're less likely to miss spots. So don't worry about it. I'm putting about this much on. Look at how dark that is. Can't even get rid of it. Just get rid of it. Goodbye. So when you get to around your ears, it can get a little complicated. Sometimes I wish I could just take my ears off, because they really get in the way. So I just basically dose the shit out of it and deal with it later. That's sort of how I roll. So that back part, I can't really see, so I'm going to deal with that when I do the back of my head. I'm now just going to go and do this side. So as we did before, I'm just going to pull down what I've already done, just so I can see the other side. I'm just going to check on that parting, make sure we've still got some form of parting, because then it's easier to work with. gonna have arms like Arnie by the time I'm 30 if I carry on bleaching my hair. I haven't got... Oh my god, how did I manage that? Fuck's sake. Towels. See, I'm telling you, they come in handy. Done. Okay, so now I've done that. All the roots are done, I think. Obviously I'll give it a once over. I'm just gonna now do the rest. Okay, so I'm basically gonna leave that in for probably 20 minutes. I'm not gonna leave it in for very long. I will let you know when the turkey is done. I shall see you in a second. Hello, I am back. As you can see, we've gone a bit poofy on the top there. So it looks like I'm ready to take this out. What you got to do is wash it with lukewarm water, and I tend to use a really basic shampoo to wash out my bleach, just because you don't want anything else getting involved with chemicals and stuff like that. So I use a Head and Shoulders 2-in-1, like the classic clean, and also my scalp is going to be really dry when I take this off. Don't use hot water, don't use cold water, you use like in the middle, lukewarm. Wash it with shampoo and condition it, and then we'll come back out to do the toner. So I'll see you in a sec. Look at that. You see how nicely that has lifted? The back is actually... Oh, I missed a spot, which is shit, but that has actually lifted really nicely. back. So I'm super happy with that. I'm just going to then tone it, and then we're there. So what I'm going to use to tone it is half a bottle of, actually, what was this? Okay, so now the bleach is done, I'm going to add the toner. You're going to grab your bowl again, and you need your toner, so Medialine. I usually go through about half the tube, so that's about half, so it's quite a bit. Then I'm going to add my colour release, so I'm going to add about the same amount again, a little bit less, equal parts. Ooh. Anyway, so I'm just going to mix that all together, and then I'm going to focus the toner mainly on my roots, because that is obviously the most yellow area, because my ends are pretty white anyway. I'm just using my mirror behind me to see the back of my head, and I'm just focusing it more so on my crown to start off with, because that is the area I always suffer with yellowish and brassy tones. I'm adding it to the worst areas first. Like I said before, it gives it more time to process. So I'm just going to leave that in for 2 to 3 minutes. Don't need it to be in for very long. Okay, so this has been in for about 2 minutes now, so I'm going to wash it off with my Head and Shoulders lukewarm water, whack in some conditioner, and then we can come back and see the finished look. Okay, so the light's behind me, so you're not really going to be able to see this very well, but the colour looks amazing. I'm so happy. All of my roots are gone, and it just looks so nice and fresh. Obviously the scalp's a bit on the pink side, so I will flash it to you once it's dry. So let's head back to my room where we all know the surroundings and the lighting's great, and we can have a proper look at the hair. So I'll see you in a minute. So guys, this is the finished hair. Look how icy white that is. I'm so happy with the colour. It's come out exactly as I wanted it. I hope this was helpful. I hope you guys enjoyed it and are as excited about the results as I am. I'm not gonna lie to you, I think it's probably the best colour I've ever done by myself, and it's on the longest hair I've ever had as well while bleaching myself. So I'm pretty impressed. So yeah, if you like this video and you want to see more hair stuff, or if there's anything you do really want to see, please add it into the comments box below, and I'd love to hear it. If I can do it, I would 100% do it. If you really enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please subscribe today. The button's just down there. So yeah, it was so great to have you guys here looking at how I do my hair. I hope you enjoyed it and it answered a bunch of questions for you. And yeah, I shall see you soon.